morning everybody, welcome to Immortal Gaming. This is me again, Marvin, and we're now here for another video for Ragnarok M Classic. And this time we're going to be talking about the physical damage build of the genetic. Most of you are asking me if I'll be uploading physical damage user genetic, and this is it. Take note please that this is not my main build as of the moment. That's why we just have leftovers gear for this build, but you will actually see, and I have already tested it, that for PvE content, particularly those who are wherein fire is weak, and sometimes for neutral damage or neutral elements, the physical damage is a lot better. Okay, the main reason I've told you guys, the main reason why I stick to the magic damage is just because for the guild versus guild content, and for that alone we already know that the physical damage is better than the magic damage. So let's start with the stats. Okay, for the stats, we're gonna pump on 99 strength. Your target here is physical attack, of course, then a little bit of intelligence and dexterity. So you can actually put all of the intelligence to dexterity if you're gonna use this to a higher build, and if you're not using a Freoni card, you would need a ton of dexterity for this one. And the rest for vitality, we have 75 on vitality, because not only for your resistance and for your survivability, but also for your passive, wherein your Eleanor also gets physical attack from your vitality. Okay, let's now go to skills. Okay, I won't be showing the usual method of my my guides, wherein I'm gonna lay out the plan from merchant until the third job. We're just gonna show you the number of skill points that are in the current skill tree. So for this one, we have 10 on fundraising, 10 on buying low, 10 on overprice, and 10 on loud exclamation. We will be putting up 5 on change cart and additional 5 points on loud exclamation after the breakthrough on the advanced second job. So for the second job, we have 10 on axe mastery, 4 on call homunculus, because we can only summon Eleanor, which will be our main source of damage, homunculus, on 4 on level 4 call homunculus, level 4 resurrect homunculus, 10 on life psychic, 5 on homunculus, and then 5 on gene modification. And then after the breakthrough, we'll go to put 10 on axe hammer mastery, that's additional 10% physical attack, and then 20 and then 10 on life psychic. Okay, so the next one would be the advanced second job, which is the creator. We're gonna put 10 on homunculus strength, then 5 on super life psychic, 10 on health plant, and then 10 on gene research. Now the rest of the points will be going to chemical protection and also on change card. Look at this: warrior, wizard, shielder, gladiator, gunner. A ton of characters and classes in this game. This is Cabal Infinite Combo, and we have to pimp out our characters, right? What better way for you to pimp your characters than use the most affordable top-up website, Lapakgaming? Of course, they have discounts for all of the games that you want to play. It's here. All of the things that you want to buy is already here at a discounted rate. Up to 10% discount when you top up Cabal Infinite Combo on Lapakgaming. Oh my goodness, this is just so great. What are you waiting for? Top up on Lapakgaming and get up to 10% discount. Now, after the breakthrough, we'll be putting 5 points here, and as what I've told you guys, we're gonna put 10 on life psychic, 10 on axe hammer mastery, and 5 on loud exclamation. On our genetic, I'm sorry, you all know that we have branched out to a mechanic for our grind, for grind purposes. So that's why we are only level 32 on our genetic, but it's okay. The most important thing here is life merge and then health link for your survivability in dungeons. But we're gonna need more than that. We're gonna need cart cannon, cart boost. We also will be needing demonic fire and searing storm, but we're still not going for that one since we still don't have marine sphere card. If you have marine sphere card, the possibilities of the damage for the physical damage, it will be going through the roof, even outrunning by a mile the magic damage build. So the rest would be on genetic modification for additional tankiness and at the same time more vitality, and more vitality means more attack for the homunculus. Okay, this one. Okay, now for our Aesir, let's now start with the Aesir first. Okay, the most important part on the Aesir will be your skill points. Okay, homunculus skill points, we have put 4. Okay, we obtained 4 runes for the homunculus skill point. But we need more than that because we're gonna use all of the skills of Eleanor as compared with Dieter. Dieter only gets 3 skills that are usable because if you're gonna use Caprice, it's gonna ruin the combo. That's why 4 runes and 4 skill points are already more than enough for Dieter. But in Eleanor's case, we need more than that. That's why your target in the future is to get even the homunculus skill runes here on the left side. Okay, the outer left side. After that, the second most important thing here is the life merge enhance. This one increases the buff, the physical attack and the magical attack buff that you give to your homunculus for 10% for each rune. So we have 5 runes here and we've already obtained it. So that's a total of 50% increase on enhancing your physical attack from your character to Eleanor or Dieter. Okay? So in this case, it's Eleanor. After that, the most important, the third thing is gonna be this one. Okay? The homunculus forbidden skill. So this homunculus forbidden skill will be making you viable in killing multiple enemies in PvP, particularly the small scale PvP, because the Tinder Breaker here makes your homunculus or Eleanor charge to the enemy, straight to the enemy, and then burst it out down until it's dead. This one is really good. So this is the next target. So if you can target this first and then the enhance. But in my opinion, this is the third thing because it's not just PvP you have to worry about. You have to worry about general things, PvE or PvP, and with the homunculus skill points and the enhancement on your buffs on the homunculus, it's gonna be all around. But this one is particularly, going to be used on PvP. Okay, after this, it will be now the health plant. Okay, so we have first used the health plant here since I'm only gonna use the Eleanor build in the future versus fire monsters or fire bosses, because it's gonna be dealing with with minuscule and with trash gears. It's still gonna be dealing more damage to the boss than a magic damage or a Vanilmir or a Dieter build. So that's the reason why I still put on 1 rune on the occult, because it's only 1 rune. Okay, so that we could lay out 3 health plants in the battlefield. After this, it's up to you whether it's strength, skill switch, or particularly ignore physical defense. And the Eleanor, where is that? Eleanor's blessing also increases your ignore defense when she is around. Okay, 3%. Okay, so after that, strength, physical attack, all of those things in the future. and all of your debuffs, crazy weed, all those sorts of things. Okay, we'll be providing a more advanced video for that one. Now let's now go to our gears. Okay, again, these gears are leftovers. It's not the one that the one that we are working towards. But one thing that I am happy about is because when we put investment on our alloy armor, making it +10 and slotted, I am happy that I can still use this one on my Eleanor build, because it both the card and the upgrades, all of the things here affect both physical and magic damage builds on our genetics, so I'm happy about that. But for our weapon, this is very important. Chieftain's Axe is gonna be the one that you would want on PvE for a genetic. Okay, the previous build that I have shown you, wherein a creator is using Eleanor, the not pre-third job Eleanor, it's using the dagger, right? So the Holy Dagger is the easiest way for you to get a ton of physical attack in the early stage. But on mid-game to late game, the Chieftain's Axe is gonna be the one for PvE. This is only gonna be useful on PvP on this part. Every refine will be increasing your ignore physical defense by 2%. Apart from that, the strength, dex, and the high damage, high physical attack here are the ones that you are gonna use from the Chieftain's Axe. You're not gonna be using the one description here, wherein you're gonna deal more damage to MVPs and mini monsters, but you're still gonna be using the medium monster bonus damage here on PvP. Okay, so we're using Freony card. That's the reason why I put a little bit lower dexterity in my character, because we have Freony star card. But if you did not pick the Freony star card, of course you would need more dexterity. Okay, even with the Freony star card on PvP, you would need a higher dexterity. Take note of that. Okay, so for our we have already talked about our armor. For our accessories, we are only using the Rift gears, but these two are gonna be the until mid-game choice for your character, because this increases your ignore physical defense, which you want. Okay, so this one is also gonna be needed, and probably gonna be what I use until the late game. Okay, so after this, we can also pump up our Rift shoes, because the Rift shoes are easier to slot. This one is also easier to slot. In fact, I'm gonna slot all of this, and I'm gonna put the cards that we got from the new beginning event that we had last time for additional damage versus minis and MVPs. Okay, and then last, our offhand is Rosa Bracelet. This one increases our physical defense ignore by 25%, and that alone, I don't need to increase the tier of this one, since we are pumping up our damage on our magic build. Okay, in the future, I think I'm gonna be relying more on physical damage still, but on PvE. On PvP, we're still preparing for the magic build. Okay, so for our headwears, here we have a ton of physical damage increase choices for the headwear, as long as it is slotted, because you need the Andre Star card here if you're gonna pump up your physical damage side. That one is really important, because physical penetration is gonna be the end game stat in this game, so you would want that. For the face wear, there is a king face on the One Punch Man event. If you can, you have to purchase that for additional penetration and ignore defense. Now for the mouthwear, we have a mouthwear that gives also physical penetration. For the backwear, Devil Wing is gonna be the best as of the moment. And for the tail, we have the pouring, the previous gacha that increases your damage to non-MVP monsters. and we have also other tails that will be applicable. This one is the only tail that I have as of the moment. That's why I'm using it now. I think I can use other tail. Have I not yet deposited it? It seems that I've already deposited it. But yeah, okay, that's it. So as you can see, this one is not a very good build, but I've told you guys what to do on the gears in terms of your own physical damage genetic. Now for the PvP weapon, you can still use the Chieftain's Axe because you still have a ton of benefits from the Chieftain Axe. But if you already have the Marine Sphere card, the Fire Axe is still gonna be the best one here. Always remind yourself first to cast the Fire Axe before you charge you make your Eleanor charge to the enemy on those cases. Okay, but for all around, it's gonna be Chieftain's Axe. Okay, let's go. So we on this build, we only have like around 80% ignore physical defense, so don't laugh at it. But I'm so happy because I was always looking at the DPS here, or the damage per second, the average damage per second in 1 minute, and versus normal or neutral armor. This physical damage build gives a lot more damage than the magic damage build. The only edge of the magic damage build is the higher capacity of AoE damage and also a higher burst on PvP. Everything else, the physical damage is gonna be better, okay? Particularly on small scale PvP or 6 versus 6. Okay, let's go. This is gonna be our test. So we have the health plant here on auto. So my health plant on my magic damage is like around 15,000 per hit. This one is 36,000, and it's not even built for physical damage. Look at that. Okay, so each of the Sonic Glow is gonna be 420,000. It may not look that much, but that one is spammable. Okay, the cooldown of the Sonic Glow is 1.5 seconds, which is faster than the cooldown of the Bio Explosion, of the Dieter. So apart from Sonic Glow, we have Silver Charge. Okay, Silver Charge is the counterpart of the Lava Torrent, and this one, instead of burn, this one gives bleed effect on targets, the Deep Cut. Aside from that, this one is the spammable skill Sonic Claw. So that's the reason why I am not putting the auto attack here, because it will just take away a second of the attack from the Sonic Claw and the Silver Charge. And apart from that, we still have the Midnight Berserk. Okay, and the Berserk status is what makes this build amazing. This one stacks up to 25% on max level, 25% increased damage for Eleanor. Okay, as you can see, look at this. Okay, let's just reset. Look at the DPS. The DPS here goes up to around 500,000 on average on 1 minute, and that is one good thing for PvE content, particularly those mobs or monsters wherein your Dieter won't be damaging that much. Those are the water monsters. The sorcerer has changed in terms of armor element, and also particularly the fire monsters or fire MVPs. Okay, so we can still make this higher because as you can see, the build is quite trash. But then again, at a trash build, this is doing more damage than the average DPS of our Dieter. Okay, so I do hope that most of you who are still fighting for the physical damage genetic is gonna love this video, because this proves that in overall DPS, the Eleanor is still superior than Dieter. So again, for the nth time. The only reason why I am focusing on theater is because of guild versus guild. Alright, so that's it. Thank you everybody for watching. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please subscribe. If you happen to like this video, please do leave a like, share this to your friends, and click that bell notification button so you get notified every time I upload a new video, start a new stream, or a new content. That's it. See you again in the next video. Bye-bye!
Now I found you.